The automation we are going to set up is called Post Remix AI automation. It consists of two automations. One that imports or it generates the posts, which means it takes the post import, which happens in a Google Apps Script, which we will also install, but you don't need to do any coding. And it basically rewrites the post. So this is what the automation does. It picks the imported posts and rewrites them for the topic, and also it generates an image by analyzing the image that is here and trying to recreate the image for my topic or the style of the image. And then I have the feature to publish, which then is the task of the second automation called the publisher, which then sends the post data, like it sends the post text, it sends the image link, and here I can even specify the platform I want it to be published. And then if I click on publish here, then it will publish my post specifically only to Twitter. Or I could even say it should also be Instagram. Then it will publish the posts when I click here to Twitter and Instagram. So I can add all the platforms I want. And this is the automations we're going to set up. It consists of two of these automation sequences. So let's go to make. Let's set it up from scratch. Below this video, you find the two automation blueprints you need and the Google Sheet template that you need. So at first, let's set up the Google Sheet, because this is what we then need for our automation. So first, let's click the link below, and then here you click on make a copy. Now here, it's then important to log in into the same Google account that you also want to be using for your automation, where we plug in the Google Sheet and connect the modules. And then before we can start, we need to do a few steps within this Google Sheet, because we need to install and authorize the custom code that I've put in there, and also then modify or insert some information like your API keys and so on. Now we need to first go here. It says automation tools. This could take a few seconds to load. And first you click on authorize. Then you go through the authorization steps. You complete the authorization, like you go through that. You click on allow. Then you click on install. It can take a few seconds. Finished. Now it's ready, we can get started. So we're going to download the first automation blueprint, and we're going to import it, clicking create a new scenario. Then here at the bottom we have and the more import blueprint. We will import the blueprint. It was this, we need the generator template, yes, good. Okay, so now it's imported. The first thing you need to do is to create a new webhook. Just gonna give it a random name. Okay. Now I already copied this webhook to my clipboard and click OK, because now I need to go into my app script and insert this webhook here. Go to app scripts, and then there's a placeholder. It says here insert make webhook generator automation. So we put that in here. Click save. There's another webhook we need to get, but that is from the publishing automation. We don't need that at the moment. And now let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is first you need to add your Google connection. So if you haven't already done that, click on add, and then select the exact connection that you also have in this Google Sheet. This is really important for this to work. And once you've done that, you grab your ID from your Google Sheet, which is this part here, and then you insert it into here. And then it should load the sheet, and then all you have to do is click OK, and now you do this for all the Google Sheet modules. See if it loads it correctly. Import sheet, yes. Okay, this. Same. Okay, now here we need to then insert. Here we need to specify the variable, which is topic generated result, which should be saved in this Google Sheet here. And let me check here. Okay, here we don't need to do anything. Here is already specified, subtopics, okay. And let's go here. This is where we save our generated post text. Here, so we save the source post text, which comes from actually from the webhook. And the topic, well, the topic is just the result of our topic generator module, like this one. The generated post text, this comes from this module here, just the result here. The image link in this display platform. This is not something we need to set right now. Let's move on, because here comes the, no, we were here. Yes, good, this was what we set up. Now comes the image module. Now here we also have a sheet. Now we need to save the information about the image, which is just basically the image link. And the image link here, we call it web content link. That's what we save on here. That's all we need to do here. And now we need to set up the OpenAI module. So here, if you don't already have added a connection, you need to add this. And I have a specific tutorial here in the technical tutorials, get OpenAI key from OpenAI, the API key. You just follow this through and you click on add and you enter your information and then it's connected. And now these values should be automatically matched. Now here we have the text, which is the topic, and here niche audience, which is the value that comes from that one. Now from this one, get a cell. This is good. Here is the post generation module. This is good. Now here it shows it's not there yet because we need to send this automation to the webhook first. So let's unlink it here. I think that was the generator model. Yeah. And let's save it. Click on run once. And now we need to select the function send post data to make. That's what we need. Oh, no. We can't run it yet because we don't have any posts imported yet. Okay, so that's what we need to do also. And to get our posts, I think this is what we should do perhaps first. We need to go to this page here. There on this Instagram scraper, you will need to get your API key. To do that, you click on one of these things here. I will click on post and reels, and then on the right side, you will see where your API key appears. And once you've done that, and I will add a tutorial in this section. I think it's like the same as this one. So get your API key from Rapid API from YouTube. You can just follow this tutorial because it shows you it's the same principle where to get the API key from Rapid API, which is an API like a service or platform where people can sell APIs and you can use theirs. So select the basic module, then click on subscribe. And then you follow the steps in this video to get your API key. And of course, you need to set up a free Rapid API account first, but I think you will be prompted to do that. And then once you have your API key, you will add it in this placeholder here, which I'm going to do now, but I'm not going to show you because it's sensitive information. We can import a first batch of posts, and we go here. Here's my sheet. Now I need to type in the topic, so I already have some example topic in here, but this doesn't matter at the moment. Now what we need is a post, a social media Instagram handle. Just gonna pick this Instagram account. I put it in here. Now I can specify how many posts do I want to be imported. Let's say the first 30. And then I click on post, import post. And if you have set up everything, it should take a few seconds. Then it should import like 30 posts from this person. Yes, as you can see, click on allow access. And it will import also the images. You see it's like 30 posts. This works. And if you go to the import sheet, you can even do like filter posts. And then the posts will be like filtered. There will be the average like count will be calculated, the average line count across these imported posts, and then it will look at, okay, is the post above the average like count? You see, and then it's marked as high performing or it's low performing. And then I even have set up a filter where I could set it up so that it only uses it, like it only uses the high performing posts for my generated post text. So each post text that is generated is always on a high performing post topic. And now let's go back to this, and now let's run the webhook again. Let's activate it, just click on that. And then I click on send post data to make. Now we should see some data that this will receive. So it will send the first generated post here. So the source post text, okay, this is of course what we need to specify first, because this comes from the webhook. So this is here. Is it here? No, here's the subtopics. No, it should be here, right? Source post text, which is this. The caption in this case. Good. And now you can go here. We need to connect it first. Good. Let's see if this is properly working now. Yes, now this is full color. This is good. Let's check if this is correct. Image URL, good. And here, is there anything we need? No, that's it. So now we should be able to see next. That's the wrong one. Here in the generated posts, we should also see like the image link, the image display. And that's what we want to go. We want to activate it again. So let's run it again. Let's run it. I could even set it to this here. Then I click on run this function, send post data to make. And then it sends the next post. Like it sends the second imported posts will be sent to make, but it will also filter out, like if I have like high performing, if it's like high performing, or if there's nothing, it will send the post, because if there is nothing, then I haven't applied the filter. So it's up to you to decide if you want to use the filtering process or not. If you do, then it will filter out low performing. So for example, it will not send any low performing to make. So it would like skip these posts and send only this one next, for example. This is how this works. And then if you go to post generated, and then you should see here actually should be the post, the image. Yes, it's displayed here. And here's the generated post text. Here's the topic that it has generated from this topic generation module, because we've put the topic in here. And so now the first part of our automation works. Now we can decide like how you want to run it. I mean, you can set this automation to run at specific like timings, right? At regular intervals. You could like generate 100 posts and just let it run. I mean, on demand, for example, like this, or you could say at regular intervals, like every minute it generates a new post, and you let it run for 100 minutes, and then you have 100 posts saved here. whenever you need new ones. And of course, here you can add like different Instagram handles here and then have them imported, and they will be added below these here then, and then you can use them to generate your post topics. So that's the first part. This is now set up, and in the next video I will show you how to set up the publishing part so that you can publish directly from here to any platform.